Good morning.
There it is.
These lights feel really bright. I feel like I'm driving on the highway with all those people with the giant LED light headlights. And if you're one of those people, shame on you. You don't need to see that good.
That make it look like they got their high beams on, but they really don't.
Yeah. Well, and then there's the ones that have those and then still have their high beams on, even though their street lights out. Like, if you can't see that good, it's time for Shooting the Shelf episode 49 of season 4, aka 179. My rant is over. I'm sorry.
Or that well. He didn't mean to say that good.
I know I did.
That's not proper English.
Nope, it's definitely not.
Yeah. There's rules to English.
You know what I say to those rules? Actually,
where we're going, we don't need roads. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, how did we get roads? I thought it was rules.
I don't know.
Speaking of roads and rules and hey, Road Rules. You remember that show? That was a fun show. Who's in the chat, Curtis?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. We got Freaks Figures. He was on PGG last night. We got I Am here. Welcome, I Am. We've got the other Jesse Marshall here. James Studio Sasamudio. Oh. Followed by Omar. He was on New to Mythics this morning. He and many of the other people on New to Mythics had some very poor taste in DC movies. We've got Darla Akerman. I know her. She's right over there.
In your opinion?
No, it was a fact. They were defending the Snyderverse, and it was quite awful. JMax77 is here. We also have my son Ty. Says hello, my fellow shelf shooters. So apparently he's upstairs shooting shelves. To fix that later. Wholesome Warlock says we are Marshall, we are Crom. Also, Crom laughs at your 4 wins. So there you go. William Husted is here. We also have Twizzler19, Jen AK, Lucky Sprinkles. We've got Brian Lynn of Carver Customs here. There's a Crom. Mark is there in the chat. We got Low Fidelity Customs here. It's our buddy Jay. Got Blake, aka Recon Rage. If you normally catch Toy Hammer After Dark after our show, that's been moved a day this week. It'll be tomorrow night. Just FYI. But there is something else going on Wraith Mace's channel. He's playing some video games or something, so you can check that out. But if you're looking for Toy Hammer After Dark, tomorrow night. We got Mike V, that's him here, as well as Stacy Lin. Did not see her on Mod Squad this week. I think she was a little under the weather, so hope you're feeling better, Stacy. KB Toys in the house.
Almost all of us are generally always under the weather.
That's true. Then we got this guy.
Walakusiana, it's a chic video or something like that.
Nailed it.
One more time, Ricky. One more time.
Yeah.
Gugusiko Kuya, Echoes of Rio, something like that.
Then we got Steph here. I believe she's talking about a different kind of high beams than what we were discussing. Yep. She's supposed to go to a sip and paint thing at the Echevarria compound, but I heard the Orkins didn't make it. So I hope that everything's good and they got some creativity out this weekend in some other fashion. We got Dusty here. Says Happy Christmas. Interesting. We got Ed's Nice. Says Que está pasando mi gente. Tanya McCoy is here. I did see her Saturday on Mod Squad. She helped me to get my Green Arrow figure finished, and now I've got to try to finish one more custom for the year, which I'll be working on this Wednesday live on Christmas Eve. If anybody wants to paint with me, let me know. I'll bring some people on screen. Let's see. We've got Darth Piccolo here, as well as Ralston Customs. Yes, Ricky did nail it. Oh, apparently we were streaking. I didn't know that. Go ahead.
That's not what that said, but
It says do not go streaking, which it insinuates that somebody was streaking.
right?
Right?
It doesn't mean that it was. I mean, at some point, someone in the history of the world has streaked through the snow. Yes.
Right, but she's specifically calling out Stacy, which kind of tells me that Stacy's got a problem with this, right?
But
Like
she said it as a question, like, don't get any.
she's
idea.
saying, okay, yeah, but she says, "Do not go streaking on the snow." Okay, like I'm telling you, stop doing this. As if like she does this every day. And
well, if I said to you, like, "Hey, Curtis, if when you're driving tomorrow, like, don't get any accidents," okay?
No, it would be like if I said, "Van, don't drink too much whiskey tonight." Okay, that's what it is.
Why would you say that? That's like pissing in the wind.
Well, but I'm just saying, like maybe Stacy has a problem with streaking. Maybe that's like a thing that's going on, and she's had other friends. They did like an intervention, and it didn't work. And now Steph is resorting to comments in the chat to try to help her stop that problem.
Big Greg's here.
Twizzler19 says he just opened the Kern Ray figure that he traded me for. He thinks it's his new favorite cosmic figure. Didn't think anything could beat Slogger or Var. So sounds like he normally likes the green guys, but now he likes probe droids. So, okay. Let's see. She definitely did not go streaking in the snow. Okay, now we know. And Kevin McCoy's here. Says streaking is good for the soul.
It's not so good for your toilet.
All right, that's everybody in the chat, Jesse.
Yes,
I think Jesse got. Didn't you get Patrick? I
said Patrick.
Yeah. Darla said I didn't get Patrick, but
no, you didn't. I did.
Right, Jesse got it. That's what I said. We got Captain Firebeard Baker popped in here. He'll be on with us in a few weeks. We got a very special episode to start the new year. Pretty excited for it, but that's a few weeks away, so we'll get there. But what do we got tonight, Jesse?
We have a show. We have two friends. We have two friends backstage who've been waiting for 9 minutes and 20 something seconds.
We've definitely taken longer to start up before.
A big, long round of digital applause hands for not the other Jesse. Yes.
You know what the song says, right?
No. Put your hands together for
bring a Jesse or two.
Jesse Marshall and Mark, aka Crom 316.
Let's put the Jessies on the left side. There you go.
Welcome to the show, fellas.
Cosmic imbalance.
Yeah. What's up, gentlemen?
How's it going?
It's going great. We did have Cincy John and MJ popped in. Welcome, gentlemen, as well as Jeremy Govier. But as William mentioned earlier, it's time for shelf selections, his favorite time of the week. So let's go. Let's get right into it.
Is that why you sent me 45 pictures this week?
I did not send you 45 pictures. I think I
didn't
sent you
45.
7.
I said 35.
I didn't send you 35. I think he sent you 7. Here we have _cave with this amazing shot. There's a behind the scenes on this as well, with Magneto just without a care, just like, casually taking this Sentinel down. Just be like, yeah, you're screwed. So I like it. It's a cool picture. Jesse Arnold, what do you think?
I think this is a far better depiction of Magneto fighting a Sentinel than anything we've seen in a live action movie.
Wow. Okay.
Which is not saying a lot for the live action movie, but I am trying to say a lot about this picture, and I think sounds like I'm insulting it, but I'm not. I really like it. I think it's really cool. I like the I like the background, like the the real distance, and yeah, it was a really cool shot. Well done.
Mark?
I really like the lighting on this. I would love to know how that lighting is achieved, because you're getting not only the light hitting his chest and in the front of his face, but you're also getting it hitting on the back of the arm and the back of the forearm, while it's still not really touching the back of the leg. So it's interesting how that's done.
The other Jesse?
I like it. I like the sparky effects. That's cool.
Very cool. Next is one of Jesse Arnold's picks.
So I believe this is the Legion Forge, and others. I really thought this was a cool treatment with the couple different tones of blue and the silver, and seeing that big puffy plume on. I don't think that helmet has a natural port in it. I think they must have drilled that in, and then just the silvers and the grays on the shield, I thought just really makes that logo stand out. I thought it was a really fun color treatment.
The other Jesse?
It's very blue. It's very blue night. I like it. I like the belts, the new belts pack stuff added there too. That's adds a lot to the figures. Nice
Mark?
paint job.
I like this custom. I like the use of the colors, and I especially like the attention to detail with the belt mirroring what the shield emblem is. I think a really good job, especially with the sword going through the bottom plume of the feathers on the shield.
Yeah, I think this looks great. I was a little nervous at first that this might be one of the situations where somebody took like a Templar and took the logos and stuff off of it and dyed it, and I was going to be sad because that means one less Templar in the world. But it looks like they actually got the soft goods from another place. Therefore, all is right with the world. And yes, this looks amazing. I do love the different colors of blue on there. And that shield looks awesome. I love the way that shield's painted. So great job. Next is one of my picks. This is G.I. Joe _customs with a Z. And here is a Predator custom that he put together. And I really like this. I like the gradient between the reds, orange, and yellows on there, plus the kind of blood armor-ish look of this guy. I just think he's kind of cool. So, Jesse Arnold, thoughts?
He looks like he's maybe being spotted by another predator, like through like the heat vision effect almost. Like it, I mean, I know it's not like that digitized version of it, but it just kind of looks like we're seeing him through a different color spectrum. And I agree. Yeah, all the details and the fades and the gradients are really cool. That's or hot, you would say, since he's reds and oranges and very warm looking.
Did want to mention on that last picture that you had that the Legion's Forge. Brian says you'll be able to see their work at CarverCon in July, which is a convention that's coming up, and it's the only reason to visit Ohio. So, Mark.
I like how the reds and the yellows make it as if it's glowing. I've always liked that effect for a custom. And even the attention to detail on the mesh shirt that the Predator usually wears, how he's got that glow effect for it. That is striking.
Awesome. Other Jesse?
Oh, it's definitely cool. I like it's definitely a departure from what you previously have seen for the Predator figures. It's very nice.
For sure. Jesse Arnold.
This is from Endless Fables on Instagram. Just a fun shot of one of the Greyborn from Cosmic Legions. I think it's nope, I'm not going to say nope. Yeah, it's Iaeus, the first one. I thought both of his arms were bare for a second, so I thought he was a repaint of
No, Bodvar's not out yet.
but BARE, not BEAR.
Oh,
Yeah. And it's cool seeing him like looking up. This is kind of the shot you would normally expect to see, from the alien spacecraft looking at the humans looking up. So I'm wondering, I wonder who's landing here, or spotlight, who's pointing the spotlight at him.
I hope he's not getting probed. Other Jesse, thoughts?
I like it. It's a cool view. To me it screams out like, where you have to stop and get gas on a road trip with a bunch of buddies, and there's that one guy that's taking a really long time in the bathroom, so you just decide to, as they're walking to the car, just take off and leave. Kind of what it looks like here. It looks like he's going, come on guys, again, really?
Mark?
I don't know. I like the gray aliens. He looks like he's a little upset in here. He looked like he just looked at his watch. He's wondering where his engineer is, why he hasn't been beamed up yet, why he's still got to be on this godforsaken planet. It tells a story.
Yeah, I just think that Randy Quaid is right above him right now, saying "up yours," getting ready to beam him up, do some reverse probing. I also love the smoke effects. It looks like Joe Gonzalez blew a cigarette smoke into this picture before it was taken, which is definitely a way to take your pictures. So great job. Yes, he is back. Next is one of my picks. I'm sure everybody would have guessed this, especially Jordan. This is Tone.Toys. With what ended up being my Toys of the Year, the Batman Returns McFarlane set. The likenesses, he absolutely killed them. And this piece, this picture is just awesome. I love the way that he put this together. It looks like it's ripped straight out of a movie. So great job. Jesse Arnold.
I'm wondering like why Batman just looks. It's an awesome photo. The lighting, the pose, the figures look great. I'm just wondering, like, what is it that Batman's afraid of on Catwoman here? Because I mean, he definitely looks like, no, don't touch me. But other than that, I love it.
It's a little, BDSM kind of thing. Not really scared, but he's got to got to keep going with it until he gets to the safe word. Mark.
This is a super sexy photo. I really like this. I agree with you. It looks like it was something that was ripped right out of the movie. And it's just making me even more upset that I did not get these figures.
They're amazing. If you get a chance to get them, highly recommend. So, other Jesse.
Yeah, I agree. These are really cool figures. It's not typically a line that I collect, but the Max Shrek, the Christopher Walken likeness just screams that it needs more cowbell. But I agree with Jesse. It does seem like Batman's a little scared here. Maybe she's it's not the cleanest of alleys. Maybe she's got a little something on her shoe.
I think Batman is submissive for the right person, and I think Catwoman is that person. So, yeah. Yes, Steph, these are McFarlane, and not probably. I think these are the best figures he's ever done. So, all right, Jesse Arnold.
So, this I hate my computer screen is Elfen Wild, ELFEN Wild. You got to zoom in. It's a really cool page. I think Faisal or Elijah shared it with the group. And it's just these little elf critters and like rabbits and things like made out of like, natural elements and things just out in nature. It's a really fun, really creative page, and it's just a little more, it's not action figures obviously, but it's a fun it's a fun page to follow. So yeah, check them out.
Other Jesse.
Oh, this is cool. I like it. It reminds me of Dark Crystal, like the little podlings. I've got a big screen right above my head here, so it's a whole lot easier to see all the detail in it from up there. But yeah, it's definitely a cool picture. I like it.
Nice job, MJ. Mark, thoughts on this one?
I like this. I'm still looking at this, trying to. Every time my eye looks at something, I find a new critter hiding out there in the background. Reminds me of the Doozers from Fraggle Rock. So yeah, this is a real fun picture. I like this. I could stare at this for hours.
Is that the killer rabbit of Caerbannog there?
No, that's not a white rabbit.
Does look like a scary rabbit. So
You might need a hand grenade.
I think I've got an accessory from the Mouse King that I can use on this thing.
That's right.
Awesome outdoor shot. Love it. Just a lot of fun. So great work. Next one is one of my picks. Mostly picked this for Jesse, but I did think that this was some amazing artwork. They've got some videos as well as stills on their Instagram. This is Sarah Elsayed, ELSAYED .arts, with this amazing drawing from Jesse's favorite movie of all time. So, Jesse Arnold, thoughts on this?
I think this is really cool. I think it's a really interesting mashup of Jinx from Arcane and Rumi from K-pop Demon Hunters, two characters that would not go together in my mind naturally, but I think they did a really cool take on this, like mixing in the demon marks, like the patterns in with her cloud tattoos. It's a really unique take. I think it's really cool.
Awesome. Mark.
I really like looking at drawings like this. It looks really good. I don't know what more to say. The color's good. The penciling's good. It's a really good picture.
The other Jesse?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really envious of people who have that artistic ability. It's just amazing,
I think
just
the
the
part
detail.
that I like the best is like the wrinkles in the fabric that you can see, like
Yes.
where it looks like it's catching the light, like just the really white spots where it just looks like that's where the light is hitting. I like that. It's simulating that this is actually a photograph, or something that it's not. But yeah, I really like it. Next is one of Jesse's.
This is nutty_bakers. Been seeing quite a bit of pictures with these mammoths from Creative Beasts, and is it the Cyberzoic line or Beast of the Mesozoic? I don't know which ones are from which waves anymore. But just these mammoths just look really cool. So you got the parent and the baby there, and I believe on one of the behind the scenes they were showing they were just using like flour or something to simulate that, and I thought this one was really cool, and you'll see a theme going forward with the rest of my pictures tonight.
Oh, all right. Other Jesse?
I definitely like it. Knowing that they used flour, I never would have been able to tell that just from the picture. It's definitely it's not as questionable as the white stuff that Trevor was using for his snow in some of his pictures. I was saying,
doing rails. All right, Mark.
What? Shots have been fired. I saw the video that Jesse is referencing, where they set these toys up in the grass and then used flour and just turned it into a snow scene. I thought it was absolutely amazing, and this picture right here doesn't disappoint. Just phenomenal.
Yeah, great work. I don't know what else to say that these guys haven't already said. Like this just looks really awesome. So if you're in part of the world that has some snow right now and you can take some photos outdoor with the snow, that's cool. But if not, you just make do with what you got, and this definitely works. So great work. Next is one of my picks. This is lights_camera_action figures. Not my favorite version of Batman, but I do like this photo a lot. It's kind of like an after fight scene where he's, kind of disrobing and, kind of getting ready to recuperate from, a big battle. I really love the Robin costume in the background, as well as the back computer. This just, it's just really cool. I love the way this came out. So, Jesse, Arnold.
Yeah, this is cool. I like these behind the scenes shots of like behind the scenes for the characters, like you said, when they're fixing up their gear. Or when I first saw this, I thought he was like stitching himself up. I didn't clock what he's working on there when I was loading, because I try not to look at your pictures too closely when I'm loading them into the slideshow. But yeah, this is really cool, and a fun. Yeah.
We're getting some mixed messages from Steph right now. Initially, she said, "Don't go streaking in the snow." Now she says, "If there's snow, go streaking." So I don't know.
Specifically told Stacy not to streak in the snow, probably because you said she was on the weather.
But everybody else should. Is that what we're saying?
I'm trying not to read into what she's saying and just
maybe
looking at it for what it is.
Wasn't feeling well. So if you're not feeling well, this is what we're gonna say. If you're not feeling well, don't go streaking in the snow. If you're feeling top notch, go for it. Let that shit fly. Mark,
well, I wouldn't. Don't shit while you're streaking in the snow. That's just.
I just meant the bits, whatever bit float around. Anyway, Mark, go ahead.
Well, I'm not going streaking in the snow. I don't want to
give
anybody a heart attack.
Sorry, Mark. We got an update. Brian says that he's totally up for Stacy streaking in the snow. So we're good. Never mind. Everybody.
Excuse me, sir. This is a family show.
Everybody that's watching this right now, feel free, if there's snow outside, and only if there's snow outside, go streaking. All right, Mark, go ahead.
I'm going to agree with you, Curtis. It's not my favorite Batman.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
It's not my favorite Batman, but I do like the composition of the shot. I do like that Robin is there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that is the chamber that was for sale last year, that model kit that lit up.
I think you're right.
And I like the effect at the top of the Bat Cave. It almost makes it look like it's open and the moonlight's coming through instead of it being just an enclosed cave.
Yeah, good catch. Other Jesse?
Yeah, I'm with Mark. That the openness at the top was actually what first caught my eye. But yeah, like you said, it's not my first pick for Batman, but it's a good job, and I love the props that they used, and it's a cool picture.
Awesome. Next is one of Jesse's picks.
So I don't know which figure this is. I don't know. I don't know, because it's got like an ammo pack on it.
Well, it's clearly Suicide Bomber dinosaurs. Well, that toy line.
No, it's not clearly that.
Pretty sure.
Those could be like gun magazines for like, a hunter he's with, or like a soldier or something, or, maybe it's his, Mark, you're in the, what are those things called? Like the ready to eat meal bar things?
MREs.
Yeah. MREs. I don't know, but it's snow. I know Curtis likes snow, and we're coming up on Christmas. So snow pictures are always extra fun at Christmas time. And I just thought it was cool that, the way the colors of this dinosaur, this figure blending into the snow and the rocks, was just a fun take.
Yeah. And in case you thought this was like David, the action figure guy or something like that, no, this is David, the dinosaur man is who did this. And I think, what's going on here is like this guy, he maybe doesn't want to do what he's getting ready to do, but he knows there's going to be 72 iguanas waiting for him afterward. And so he's just going to do what he's got.
God.
So, I say more power to him is what I say. So, Mark?
For some reason, I don't see this guy being used as a pack mule for any kind of soldier whatsoever. matter of fact, that sideways look that he's given, it looks like he's getting ready to eat the guy that tried to throw that thing on his back. So great shot, but yeah, that dinosaur's got some attitude.
This may be some insight. I don't know. MJ says it's a control harness. So Mark may be right. Maybe somebody tried to control him, and he's like, "Yeah, that's not happening today, Mister." Other Jesse?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking he is a pack mule. I'm kind of thinking he might be carrying some magic dust there, and one of them just broke open or something.
Oh,
So,
gotcha. It's one of those kind of parties. Okay.
Yeah.
Pablo Escobar's pet.
So it's not snowing in this picture. That's something completely different.
It could be. You know,
pack mule. He's a drug mule.
Yeah. And that's
mule,
why he's got the vest on, because it's not snowing, so he can't be streaking right now.
Exactly.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That's why so clothe your dinosaurs if it's not really snowing.
Right.
All right. Next is one of my pictures. This is Toy Immersion with a little cross between Motu Classics and Mythic Legions, both done by the Four Horsemen, with Granomir here. And I love, absolutely love the perspective of this coming downward from the top of Granomir, making that dwarf look even smaller than he is. This just really makes Granomir feel huge. And, the whole setup with the doors open and the snow and everything like this looks awesome. I love it. Jesse Arnold.
You guys probably haven't seen this, but I've seen this trend going around on Instagram or whatever, the reels where like someone, it's like a camera looking down. It's usually like a woman or a kid, and they look up and they kind of pout, and then they put their head down, and then the person who's holding the camera like grabs their hood or their winter hat, and they do this thing where they're like flailing the arms, and so it looks like they're getting picked up. It just feels like that Granomir is about to do that to this dwarf, and it makes me happy. Okay,
Mark.
All I'm hearing in my head is, "What are you looking at, Tiny?" This is a great shot. And I particularly love that head sculpt. That head sculpt on the dwarf just screams to me a dwarf right out of The Hobbit. Part of the band that was going to liberate the mountain from smog.
All right, other Jesse.
Yeah, I love this picture. I definitely get the vibe from the dwarf that it's like, come on, do it. I dare you. Try it. Awesome picture.
That's an interesting take. Steph says the story is told. So actually, I did read the information on this. And what it said is that Granomir had just stripped down. He had taken off his sweater. He had taken off the rest of his clothes, hadn't taken off the helmet yet, was getting ready to streak into the snow. And this dwarf is like, wait a minute, it's Flower. Calm down. And he's stopping him from going outside. So that's actually what's happening in this picture. So Jesse Arnold.
This is it Vin Faith? Yeah, Vin Faith Toy Art. This is one of the Undead of Vikenfell 2.0 skeletons. Came out with the retailer wave this year, and up in the Rocky Mountains or something. I don't know where this is at, but it looks cool and looks oddly kind of heroic in the posing and the lighting and everything. I'm intrigued. I want to know more.
This is a figure that I think traded away. The only one that I didn't only think I traded. I think I gave it away. In fact, I know I did because I remember who I gave it to. And I don't necessarily regret it, but this is one that I would like to probably get another one at some point because it is a really cool figure. And I agree with Jesse on this as far as the posing. It very much looks like a heroic pose. And I don't know, maybe you can have heroic skeletons. I don't know how that works. So I'm not here to tell this guy whether he can be a good or bad guy in the afterlife. So, yeah.
I mean, you play a Legion's Quest playtest with a heroic skeleton character.
That's true. Yeah. Mark, thoughts on this one?
This is one of my favorite Mythic Legion skeletons. I really love this skeleton. And this picture, again, I'm going to reference the Lord of the Rings. It looks like he's just right at home in the Misty Mountains, just overlooking and just waiting to pounce on something unsuspecting.
Nice. Other Jesse?
Yeah, I'll have to agree. I love this figure. I've got 2 or 3 of them, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I agree with Mark. It definitely looks like something straight out of Lord of the Rings. Nice.
Beauty. I believe my last pick of the day is here. M_W_Forrester with Gideon just dragging this undead zombie through the sand, face first. Not a care in the world what kind of damage this is doing to that guy. Got him all tied up and just dragging him right through the sand, right towards that sun. I think he just told him, "Hey, we've only got 2 more dunes and to go," and he said, "You said that 2 dunes ago." So, yeah, awesome photo. Jesse Arnold, thoughts on this one?
I'm gonna hold my actually and just really appreciate the picture and the layout and the color.
Go ahead, fucking actually. Go ahead. What did I mess up this time?
He's literally like face last.
But his face is in the ground.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Never mind.
Yeah. He's
Right,
face first in the ground, but he's getting dragged face last.
Okay. All right.
That would
I
be
was
feet
gonna
first.
hold it in.
Right.
No, it's an awesome shot. I'm glad you picked it because it would have been in my list to put in there if you hadn't. So yeah, no, I MW Forrester stuff. I think we just had one of the rat or the Mouse Kings from last week. That he did just amazing stuff, like on fire.
Yeah. Mark.
It's a great shot. I love the use of the skeleton, the zombie in the right up in front, and he's in the background. I just feel bad for the horse because it doesn't look like there's any civilization in sight, and that horse has got to be thirsty walking through that desert.
I would imagine that Gideon's the kind of guy that would bring some extra water for the horse.
I hope so, but you just don't see a saddlebag there.
Yeah, I would imagine he's got some. He's probably even got like a little bowl that he keeps to pour it in and kind of, yeah.
I hope so.
Other Jesse, thoughts on this one?
Oh, I love this shot. I'm a big horse guy. I love the horses in the line. I think he's actually fishing. I think he's looking for like sandworms or graboids or something like that.
I like that idea. Gotcha. Okay. Jesse Arnold.
This is from our buddy Jonathan, aka Hedgehog Action. I think it's one of the Mezco characters. I don't know, but I just thought this was really cool. Him like jumping, you were talking about, Mark, the guy looking like he was going to pounce on somebody on the mountains, the skeleton. This feels like a guy had been waiting up in the trees for his quarry to walk underneath him and just dropping right out of the branches. Just very dynamic, very, very fun. And I love how the accents are like the light blue match the sky and the clothes match the white of the clouds and the snow and stuff. This is really fun.
Other Jesse?
It's a cool picture. I definitely like the effect that they're using for the snow. But I'm kind of like this. This looks more like the guy that's.
If I remember right, I believe this was when it was actually snowing. I could be wrong.
Okay.
But I believe he took this actually out in the snow.
Well, this kind of looks like it harkens back to the other picture with the dinosaur. Like maybe this is the guy that's running away from it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Mark?
I love this picture. I think it's just a fun picture. I would love to know how he got that action with him jumping out of the tree and the snow flying in the air. That had to be a super hard shot to get. And I would really love to know how he did it, but it is fun. Somebody's about to have a bad day.
Yeah, and Hedgehog's not one that we normally see a lot of toy photography from. He's usually leaving his figures in the box. He doesn't even open them. And when he does open them, he's doing reviews on it. So to see him outside playing with his toys, having fun is awesome. And this is just one of those that just makes you smile. It's like, man, this is just a fun looking shot. So great job, Hedgehog.
Does anybody know what figure that is? I've never seen that.
I believe it's a Mezco, but I don't know what one. So, and that is it for shelf selections. So there we go. Jesse. Arnold.
Yeah. It's a Doc Nocturnal.
Gotcha.
In the case of the Shrieking
Dinks?
Yeti. Shrieking Yeti, not shrinking. No N.
Shrieky Dinks. Gotcha.
Well, I mean, that cold. Curtis.
What's going on?
I don't know.
What
I know
was
this isn't like toy pickup, but I picked up some toys.
it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a Popeye.
Is that
Nice.
is that Jada?
No, that's
Who does
Boss
that?
Fight.
Boss Fight? Okay.
Yeah. And one of the Plunderbeaks.
Oh, those look fun.
Yeah, Uncle Bob got some in, and I was like, I'm gonna come get one.
Is the mouth articulated too?
Yep, the the beak opens and the tongue moves.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hold on. You gotta throw that back up. I'm unbigging you. I want to see some more of that.
Okay.
Oh man. Give us some mouth open and closing action.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Oh fuck yeah. Look at his little outfit too.
And his tongue, the tongue, you gotta like. I was just fiddling around with it, and I had like stuck the blade under there to see if it would move up, and it did, but nah, it's too low to get with my
Got a
finger
little
now.
ascot and everything.
Yeah, he's got like a whole like little like pirate like vest kind of thing
That is so cute.
with the pads and everything.
I like
Yeah,
that.
he's really fun.
Well,
Is the helmet the hat magnetized?
It is. It feels like the magnet, at least on this one. I don't know about the other ones in the wave. Is not as strong because this hat's pretty heavy.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's just not lined up properly. Like it stays on, but like it comes off pretty easy. But like the wings have like
price point on those.
It's 35.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, it's probably in the same like size range as the Plunder Longs, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
He does. I know a lot of people don't really care for the toe articulation. He does have like the toe cut in the boot, but I like it when it's on big, wide shoes like this, like the new Cosmics. I don't know if all of them have it, but at least Velox suit has that, and I think that's it. It gives that kind of like forward momentum, like they're pushing off with the other foot.
Very cool.
Yeah, he's got a couple alternate hands, no alternate heads because the other ones, they always come with like a couple different expressions, but because his mouth and stuff opens, I think that's the stand in there, and he's got the sword, the hat, and the wings. The wings can come off, and you can take them apart at the segment. So if you want to make them like less elongated, and you could have them like folded over, like his chest, like the gargoyles, and they're really fun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to pull the trigger on one of those. That's cool. On Big Bad Toy Store, there's still show for pre-order, so it says
it was
January. So
I know some of the like the in-person shops were able to get them or something. I don't know the whole details, but like and Big Bad usually has stuff a little bit later than everybody else, but
I think out of the three that are on Big Bad, the one that you showed is the one I'd get.
Yeah, so there's
that
one. There's a green one, and is it a blue one?
Yeah,
like a grayish black.
Hold on, I got it here. So you got got this one here,
Oh yeah, the blue and purple
So
one.
he's got like a bluish, purplish beak with a metal hat. And then you got this guy down here, the little
Yep.
stocking cap. So, and they're cool, but yeah, I think the one that you got, I think that dude's definitely the coolest. So that's awesome.
Yeah, he's the captain. I think Captain Longbill or something like that. So yeah, they're
Yep,
and
there you
I
go.
like the whole pelican look of him. So yeah,
Look at that. That's cool.
yeah,
Very fun.
yeah. They're really fun. And for
Thank you for
$35,
sharing that.
they're about the same height as the Plunder Long. So like the middle sized ones. So they're not
Mm.
as small as the Plunderlings. And obviously, they're not as big and chunky as the Strongs. But yeah, they're really cool.
Old Kevin says, just FYI, he will be getting those and they will be cheaper than Big Bad Toy Store. That's Kevbox Toys, Euless, Texas. He also does some stuff online. So if you're interested, hit him up. So,
and Freaks Figures asking, do you think you could add sections? Yeah, if you got 2 of these figures, like they're just kind of like the little dumbbell or the barbell joints. I don't know if that's showing up.
Yep.
Oh, it's facing the wrong
It
way.
is.
So like, as long as you have, I don't know if I would attempt to do it with like 3D printed stuff. I wouldn't, because I don't trust myself to not break those. But if you got multiple wings, I think you could do it no problem.
Does he do the wings make him top heavy at all, or does he feel like he stands really well? Or?
I mean, I've got them like arched up over him, so it like offsets the balance. But they're pretty light the way they're made. So
awesome.
It just depends on how you pose them.
Very cool. Kev says $29.99 when he gets them in. But I believe his shipping it's going to be about the same as ordering through Big Bad Toy Store. So, but definitely if you're in person, go there because you'll get it cheaper and you get to see his cool store. So if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, check it out. Did Popeye's hat just come off?
Yeah.
What's he sporting under there? Okay. All right. Cool.
The one thing I don't like about the figure is the pipe falls out of his mouth really easy, and the hat doesn't really stay on unless you have it like positioned just right.
Sounds like super glue time.
A little blue tack.
I did see that the Jada's got Barney and Fred Flintstone coming out, but they're like from the cereal line.
Yeah.
So like Fred's like a Fruity Pebble one and Barney's like a Cocoa Pebble one. Like they can't do the cartoon, but they can do it based on anything that was on the cereal package.
Yeah.
So they look pretty cool. So
yeah, my wife Stacy, she's chomping at the bit for those two. She loves Flintstones.
They look cool with their little spoon in their hand and stuff too. So awesome. Well, Mark, Jesse, what you guys been up to? What's going on?
Getting ready for Christmas.
Yeah. You got any big things on your wish list for this year?
Not really. Legion's Con was my big wish list item this year, so
Gotcha.
made that happen. So.
Gotcha. What about you, Mark? You got any big things that you're waiting for Christmas?
I'm jumping into 3D printing. I got my first 3D printer under the tree, so
nice.
Waiting to unwrap that and dive feet first into that.
Make sure you glove up, take all the proper precautions, all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, be safe. Be safe. Anything particular that you're going to try doing first? Are you doing like diode pieces or?
Yeah. I'm going to try and incorporate the 3D prints into my dial making.
Very cool.
I'm currently making a dio for El Tidy, and I was trying to figure out how I was going to do the door. And originally I thought I was going to use wire for the gate, but now I think I'm really leaning towards 3D prints. I'd probably get more detail. It's a PLA printer. I just don't have the space to do resin and dispose of the toxic waste. I know that's a bit of a hassle. So
Oh yeah.
I opted to go PLA. Got a pretty decent one, I think. I've already got some files downloaded, so I'm kind of excited to see if I can actually do it. I'm pretty sure I can.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of folks in the community that you can pick their brain and help with that and stuff. So, awesome.
Yeah, I already hit up Dirk and Jeremy to get some tips and tricks.
Yeah, I know Billy's been doing some stuff with that too. Billy Beige and Chris Ferrone obviously does a lot of that stuff. So, yeah, definitely.
I didn't
Cool.
realize there was a toxic waste element to 3D printing.
For the resin?
Resin stuff is very dangerous. So you got to make sure you have proper ventilation. You got to make sure that you have, the ventilation for your mask. You got to make sure you have gloves on and stuff. Like you don't want to touch that stuff on like it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's one thing that always worries me a bit because they're getting so cheap now that a lot of people are just like getting one for Christmas or getting one, whatever, and just jumping right into it and it doesn't tell you like, hey, watch all these safety videos and get all this, personal protective equipment and stuff like ahead of time. So people are just jumping in and like putting it in their kitchen and stuff. And it's like, oh my God, your family eats in there and stuff.
Yep.
Like you can't do that. Like,
Right.
So yeah, I just, little PSA, anybody out there that gets one for Christmas, just make sure you take the proper precautions, hit up some people in this community that are already doing this and ask them, what kind of things do you need to think about? They will definitely steer you the right way. Just be careful, folks. You don't want to hurt you or your family or your pets because you're not taking the right precautions. So
yeah, I did a lot of research, and I just leaned more towards PLA because I wouldn't even know where to begin to dispose of that contaminated isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah,
so I went the path of least resistance.
Awesome. Obviously we all know each other through the Legions community, but any other toy lines that you guys have been collecting this year that you're excited for? Start with you, Jesse.
Mostly everything I collect is like Legions adjacent, like some of the Great Wolves. I'm trying to remember who they
D20.
were. D20. Well, yeah, the D20 Wolves. I've got one of those, but there was another one. The one that did the company that did Jekyll and Hyde. No, it wasn't Furay. It was it's right there on the tip of my tongue. They did the Jekyll and Hyde. They've done.
Okay. Is it Memory?
Loose Collector. Loose Collector.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, Loose Collector Wolves, and just anything that's kind of falls into that.
You can fit in, huh?
Yeah. That sand and sandal type barbarian world.
Yeah, I could see that. I've gotten a couple of the like the Mithril and Medi orcs and stuff, and kind of put them in with my orc collection. I picked up. I
like that orc that you were looking at the other night on OffWorld.
Yeah, the ogre.
Medi toys. Yeah, the ogre.
Yeah, that two-headed ogre that Blake had. That thing's cool. So yeah, that was nice. But yeah, I hear you. I'm kind of the same way. Like if I can fit it in on the shelves that I already have, then I'm good. If I've got to start a whole new collection, probably not happening.
I mean, I've got a few. I was ex-Air Force, so I like the ships and stuff too. So I really wanted to pull the trigger on the Rattler, but it's just way too big. And, I've got a few,
it is big.
X-Wing and a Millennium Falcon and stuff like that, but I don't really get so much into the characters there.
I was at Walmart today, and weird, not the Walmart up in the more like not urban, but like more in the suburbs, the one that's like further out, like away from more population, finally set up one of those like collector shelf things that I've been seeing popping up for like the past couple months. Like none of my Walmarts here have done that.
Like the thing in the middle of the aisle.
Yeah, like the Hasbro thing where it's got like
like
the displays up top,
Yeah, that started like whatever it was, like 4 or 5 months ago.
Right. And none
Yeah.
of my Walmarts here have done it. And the one that does it is like, I mean, it is one of the newest ones, but it's like I was going to see a movie, and anyway, but I looked up on a shelf before I saw that whole display, and they had one of the G.I. Joe, the Cobra, it's not Sprinkler. That's not very threatening sounding. It's like the mini Humvee with like the rockets.
Oh, the Stinger.
Stinger. There we go. Thank you.
Close
With like, I knew that wasn't right, but that was the only thing coming to mind. It was like up on the shelf, and I was like, "What is this?" And I was like, "Man, I don't even like get any of these vehicles, but I kind of really." It was like $75. It was the vehicle and the figure. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"This is pretty cool." And then I looked out on the aisle and I saw the whole display with all this stuff. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's so much stuff!" And I was proud of myself. I didn't buy anything except for the audio cord I specifically went in to buy.
Yeah,
Good for you.
I didn't even know what you were talking about, but that is pretty cool.
Yeah, like for $75, that thing's pretty big.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not as big as the other
look at
things,
the-
but it's
look at
bigger
the
than like a little.
dashboard and stuff. That's cool.
Oh, it's pretty big. It's
Yeah, that's
Oh,
nice.
Mark's got one.
Let's see.
yes, Mark has one.
Oh
Yeah,
wow,
nice.
Let's see. Try and do this.
and it lights up and stuff.
No, it does not light up. That's why
Oh,
it's a $75 price point. But
Okay.
and the rockets don't stay on all that well. It's just pressure fit. But I mean, the doors open up.
A little bit higher. There you
Doors
go.
open up.
Oh, it's like a DeLorean.
Yeah, kind of. These wheels, these aren't the wheels that actually came with the vehicle. These came from. Oh my God, it's eluding
You
me.
do like an upgrade kit.
Yeah, I know if Blake was in the chat, he'd tell me. He loves the place, the 3D place.
Like gridiron.
Thank you. Yes, the wheels are from Gridiron. I had to do a little modification to get them the seat on properly, but they're really nice. It was a really good upgrade for it. Not bad for $75 with a figure.
Yeah, I mean it's an impressive piece on the shelf.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's super fun. It's
Very
got a
cool.
tow hitch in the back, so it can tow whatever other vehicles or the HMS, the rocket system. It can tow.
Okay.
So,
Dusty
yeah.
says that he got his for $40 on Amazon about a month ago. So
Oh, that's a good deal.
yeah, be on the lookout, folks, for some deals.
So, did it have blast effects and stuff, or is it just the missiles as is there?
Yes, it did come with blast effects, but the blast effects are reversed. So instead of the white part of the smoke coming out of the back of the rocket, and then the fire effect at the end, it's got the fire effect coming. They used the wrong effect. They used it from a different figure with a different rocket system, and they just
Going out the front end.
right, and then they just put it with this, and it's reversed. So,
Okay.
Very
but
cool.
yeah,
Cool.
it's good. It's not a bad vehicle for the price point.
Nice.
Definitely cool.
What about you, Mark? Anything that you've been buying lately besides Legions and Four Horsemen stuff?
Yes, I've been expanding a little bit. I got the one figure that you don't like. I got into the Zezre. I
mine
didn't
was
have
first.
as big a problem as you. Mine popped in, but there is apparently something going on at the manufacturer with putting that left arm on wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dabbling in Zezre. I'm not going full bore into the line. Right now, I just picked up the ladies.
Is it one of those things like where they're like in Mattel Classics or Motu Classics, where they switched the shoulders? Is it that kind of problem that they're having with those, or?
I've heard some people say that. Mine was not like that. Mine had a defect to where it just wouldn't lock in. Like it was like as if the ball joint for the butterfly was misformed, and so it just would not stay on. But yeah, I've heard some other people say that they had theirs reversed, but yeah, it's not good. So it's a great figure. Other than that, it's just the arm would not stay in. Like I would pop it in, and then as soon as I would move it, even the slightest bit, it would pop right back out. So, but it's one of those fun kind of.
I want to like that figure.
Mhm. Go ahead, Jesse.
Sorry, I think I lagged up. I'm sorry. I was gonna say I really want to like that figure. I can't stand the head and the way the hair sits on the head. It totally.
I prefer
makes
the
me
look
not
with her
like the look of
helmet
that figure.
anyway. So, and with the helmet, she looks really cool. So
You're fine.
yeah,
like
because
the,
that top hair piece pops off, and then you can put the helmet on, and it looks cool with the helmet. But
Okay.
you know, I kind of dabbled a little bit in Zezre, kind of what you were talking about, other Jesse, because it's one of those ones that you can kind of flub in with Mythic Legions, and specifically like the gladiatorial women and stuff, because we don't have that in Mythic Legions. Like we've got a bunch of Mercurians and things from the Colosseum, but we don't have a bunch of like, you know, Colosseum women fighters. And so I feel like that kind of filled that void in my collection.
I haven't tried Zezre's human characters. I like the Minotaurs.
Yeah, I
like
got
those,
their rhino
Yeah.
back here, but yeah, their females are really good. I haven't bought any of the males because I feel like that itch is already scratched by Mythic Legions. So yeah. And then Mark, you've also been kind of you started on a Warhammer rabbit hole, right?
Oh yes, thanks to Blake. That is a hole that I just can't get out of, and just Blake keeps reinforcing it. So shout out to Blake. I know I gave him a shout out over at OffWorld, but Blake sent me a Christmas gift, and he sent this bad boy.
Ooh,
That's a good one.
It is an amazing figure. It's an Ultramarine. It's one of the priests. Just fantastic. I
You
really
got a big thing at Legions Con that you got like an amazing deal on, right? From
yeah.
Steph?
Yeah, I got one of the MDK mechs. Goes for about $300, and he sold it to me for $150.
That's cool.
If I remember correctly, I think he said that it was his personal one that he was getting rid of. So I was just in the right place at the right time and beat Blake to it.
So at Legion's Con, as we're in the line for the armory, we're going right by the Warhammer table there, and he and Blake are sitting there talking about it while the line's moving, and they just about lost their place in line because they were sitting there oogling the Warhammer stuff. And
there's a Warhammer table in the armory.
Well, yeah,
it was outside
not in the armory, on the outside.
It was in the corridor.
Yeah,
right outside where your table was set up.
Perry's table. He was set up with Warhammer stuff. It's right outside the doors.
Yeah.
Oh, was it like where he had the legions, like the not hot but older stock legions, like last year, the year before, like right on the corner, like where we did our show?
No.
Oh.
No,
where we took the picture, the OffWorld picture, right off to the left was the table with the Joy Toy.
There,
right there.
Yes. Yeah, like
where you laid down, you laid down on the floor.
Where Ziri was.
Right across from you was the table.
No, wasn't Ziri. Who was it?
I have zero recollection of that moment at all.
When you laid down on the ground? You don't remember laying on the ground?
No.
All right. It would basically like straight out the door from my table. If you walked right out the door.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know why I was so fixated with not knowing that wasn't there. I wouldn't have really probably stopped that long to look, but I just zero. Yeah.
Sorry. I guess Joe kind of really got into Warhammer, and is now like becoming a vendor for it or something. And there's some, I think some other things happening where you may have him at some other shows selling Warhammer, and maybe even some people doing kind of going to cons in his place selling Warhammer. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. But I guess he's kind of going down that rabbit hole in a different way in terms of selling it. I'm not sure how much he's actually collecting for himself. So
okay,
but
well, as you know, Curtis, they're great figures. You've got an awesome figure too.
Yeah, I've got my eye on one right now that I might have to pull the trigger on, but it's going to take some convincing on Blake's part, because it's a little bit of a price tag. So
they can't be pricey.
Sorry,
Jesse, I'll give you that.
I cut you off while you were talking about being in line.
Oh well, yeah. After we got through the lines, and I took my haul up to the room to drop it off. I come back down, and I meet Mark walking back into the lobby with this great big box, and it was that Joy Toy, the Warhammer figure.
Yeah, I had to bring that up to the hotel room. I couldn't carry that around.
This is the one that I'm currently eyeing right now. Right here. So yeah.
Nice. That's a dreadnought, right?
Yeah, the what is it?
The Blood Angels.
Blood Angel Redemptor Dreadnought.
Yep.
Oh.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's huge. It's like a foot tall, and about a foot wide.
Yeah.
With a big Gatling gun. And
is that going to fit in the DTOF?
No, this would be up top. I would probably, so up on top of my DTOF here, I've got the Robo Skull and a bunch of Red Jets in front of it.
Okay.
So I would probably put this in with that. Like that would be my space red collection of things.
Gotcha.
which other Jesse, that's my way of fitting that in there. It's like it's spacey and it's red.
That's not a bad price.
No, it's a good price, and it's a huge thing, but it's a hefty purchase. So
that's the one Billy had last night on PG.
Yep. Billy,
they're great. They're great toys.
Yeah,
they're great articulation. You wouldn't think they would be as bulky as they are, but
although the one I really would like to get is this one, but I can't.
No.
720 right now. I can't. But this thing's like 2 feet tall.
Yes.
Like, this thing is huge.
Blake's got both of those.
Yeah. And
he's got the blue one.
It's got a compartment that opens up the top where you can put the driver in and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty wild.
It is wild.
But yeah, you're right. He's got the blue one and the red one.
Mm-hmm.
They're huge. So huge, Jerry.
It's just as big on toy as he is Mythic.
Yep. What was that, Jesse?
I don't know. I can't find it. I don't remember what the company was, but it was in a group chat. I think Mark, you and Curtis are both in there. And Elijah's in there. Either Elijah or Faisal shared it. It was like another company doing like female gladiator figure. I thought that one looked really cool. But my Instagram chat keeps like kicking me back to the end.
I think I seen it.
MJ, this is lt.cave. So it's letters L, letter T dot, and then the word cave. And it's actually like an affiliate link through Wraith Mace's channel. So if you go through his channel, I think you may get some discounts, but he also gets like, I guess some kickbacks and stuff. And it's really good pricing. And the prices that you see, my understanding is that includes shipping. So there's no extra shipping fee for that. So it's some of the best prices that you'll get on those. So, but if you want to learn more about that, check out Toy Hammer After Dark tomorrow on the Wraith Mace channel with our good buddy Blake, and he will tell you all about it. So, because he's not happy unless everybody else is spending their money on Warhammer as well. So
Well, then he's never going to be all happy because I'm not doing that.
what
I think he's getting a commission that we don't know about.
What he's going to do, Jesse, is like he did with me, where he's just going to bring you a figure at like Legion's Con and put it in your hand, and you're going to go, oh my goodness, this moves so well. Like, this is, for a chunky boy, this thing has got some great articulation. So,
and I mean, that's fine. I'm not going to spend my money on it.
I don't know,
if someone
man.
wants to give me one, I can't. Like, I think the Warhammer world is really cool and it's fascinating. I don't think emotionally it's a world I can dive into.
All right. I was looking for something that might change your mind, but that's all right. What about you guys got, obviously Christmas is this upcoming week. You guys got any like meals that you typically have, or traditions that you have, movies that you watch for around that time?
Pretty much the like a lot of the claymation Christmas, not really cartoons, but Christmas episodes and stuff. The Rudolph and Santa Claus is coming to town, that kind of stuff. I was trying to think, because I'm trying not to trigger the whole "it's not a Christmas movie" conversation again.
Hey man, you can do whatever you want, man.
But
Jesse, check your phone. Jesse Arnold.
Yeah, we got two Jessies. You got to make it clear.
Well, I think he sent it to both of us too. Because
said that. Same group. Yeah. But I think that's the one you were talking about.
That one's nice.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mark. It is. I found it. I'm trying to pull it up, but it's I think I'm lagging real bad.
This is one that I saw yesterday, Jesse, that I thought was really awesome. Is like, this feels super like Judge Dredd to me.
Yes.
Like, it's just like, this fucking bike is just super cool. I like that.
And those bikes aren't that expensive.
It is really cool.
But it's also 1/18 scale. So these, like, that figure that's on there is about like 5.5 inches. Mm-hmm. So you could probably make it work for like a goblin scale figure, maybe even a gnome. Maybe this is a Burris vehicle. I don't know. But you couldn't just put like a 1.0 on here. It would look ridiculous. So, but yeah.
Big wheel.
Yeah.
I'll have to get a hog for Burris whenever you get him.
Man, I'm so excited for that one. I actually have, so I'm going to do a show sometime this week. I got to find out when there's an opening that nobody's doing a show. And I'm going to go through my top 20 reveals from this year from the Horsemen that are on pre-order. So stuff that, they revealed this year, but we don't have it in hand yet. And I've got like 21 tabs open on the one side of because we got two monitors here at the desk. And Darla also uses this computer to play World of Warcraft. So I told her, I was like, hey, there's like 20 tabs open on this other screen. Do not close it, because that's for the live that I'm going to do at some point this week. So,
well, I'm horrible with that on my phone. I've got probably that many or more tabs open to just various stuff that I'm looking at.
You can try. Yeah. You're always welcome to try.
Thank you.
You were asking about Christmas.
Let me
specials.
rephrase. I'm going to try to share something.
Oh, sorry. Jesse's still on delay.
Yeah, whenever he tries to share something, he usually gets a little bit of a delay.
Gotcha. But the one Christmas special that we do watch is I'm trying to remember. It's Life and Adventures of Santa Claus, and it's it's still that claymation sort of movie, but it's based on a story by Frank L. Baum, the guy that did Wizard of Oz and all. And it's a really good telling of the Santa Claus origin story.
That's cool. What about you, Mark? Any kind of movies or things that you eat for around this time of year? Any kind of traditions that you have?
I generally try and watch at least every day, at least one Christmas movie or Christmas special, but I just haven't gotten around to do anything like that this year. I always capped it off with Christmas Day watching a Christmas Story, but probably not going to do that either.
All right. Well, one that it's not necessarily Christmas. This would be as much Christmas as Die Hard probably, but it gives me the feeling of Christmas that I would recommend for everybody is on Emil Wickman's YouTube page, which is just Emil Wickman. He has this story called The Marinch's Treasure. And he's got it in Swedish. And then over here, he's got it in English. 16 minutes. And it's one of the most heartfelt videos that you will see. He also has a book on this available on Amazon if you're interested. But I would highly encourage, I'm sure everybody's got 16 minutes in their schedule at some point. You're taking a shit or something. I don't know, whatever. Pop this on. It's well worth a watch. And right now, folks, I mentioned this on Friday night, but right now the Swedes are killing us. He's got 353 views in the Swedish. And we only got 194 in the English. So we got to get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those up. We got to put those Swedes in their place. So there you go. That's my little Marinch's Treasure pitch. So Jesse, what'd you think of that? Yeah, he's all for it.
I still need to watch that. I might watch it with my mom while I'm in Florida.
That would be an excellent one for you to watch with your mom. I think knowing the stuff that you like, Jesse, like your favorite Christmas movie that you've talked about, and I think this would quickly become one of your favorite things that you watch. I think this is a Jesse special written all over it. So, yeah.
Am I still lagging?
A little bit, but you're fine. All right. What else? So, okay. Going into the new year, anything that you guys are hoping for that you haven't seen yet, whether it's from Four Horsemen, from another company, what's something that you're hoping gets revealed in 2026 that you would love to have? We'll start with Mark this time.
Something that I wish was revealed that I don't have.
Yep.
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, obviously anything Mythic related. Being at G-Con and seeing that reveal live blew me away. I was happy to experience that. Super happy. And I just look forward every time when they have something on the horizon, and just like the Mouse King, when they revealed the Mouse King, super excited for that. So yeah, anything Mythic related, I'm super down for.
Jesse, other Jesse.
I would say I'm still holding out for like a Pegasus type horse, some sort of winged horse.
That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm actually in the process of working on making one right now, but if they put one out and I didn't have to try to experiment and put wings on a horse, that would be awesome as well. Right. Yeah, I would like that. Twizzler says a Cosmic Legion robot. That'd be neat. I'd take a robot. I think a couple big ones for me would be mech suits. I think mech suits for Cosmic Legions would be awesome, like an actual like exoskeleton that you could take a 1.0 figure and put it inside of and move around. I think that would be awesome. And then like little vehicles, like we just looked at that bike from Warhammer, like some sort of cycle or hover vehicle, like not a massive like the Ox Crew ship or something like that, but just like a single person small vehicle thing would be similar to what we have with the horses, but
right
on a Cosmic Legion kind of scale. So
something kind of like not the front end of the battle ram kind of.
Yeah. The Sky Sled. Yeah.
Sky Sled.
Yeah, that would be perfect. So, Jesse Arnold, it's something that.
Well, I was trying to think of what I was based on what you just said, like a cosmic Segway.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's not what I want. I was just trying to think of like a one person, like a. But
I can see
but
that.
cooler. Sorry, like
Yeah.
a cooler cosmic Segway. Something from the Horsemen that's not been announced that I want. Is that what the question
It
was?
doesn't have to be the Horseman. It could be any toy
Oh.
line. It could be something that you've just been waiting. Like there's a toy line that you just been waiting for them to do this one character or this one whatever. Yeah, the D20, them, they advertised that Griffin and then they didn't make, or yeah, it was D20, and then they didn't make it. That kind of sucked because that did look cool. So
yeah, I was looking forward to that one.
I don't know. Rob is saying 16-minute shit with a question mark. I don't know if he's saying that's too fast or if he's saying that's too long. I'm not sure. I've definitely had longer than 16-minute shits. But I don't know. Explain yourself, Rob. What's the question mark for? Jesse, anything?
I mean, short of just stuff I would want to see them make with Legions, I don't have anything super specific. I mean, we got the imp scale stuff coming.
What about any of the other toy lines that you sometimes collect? Anything there that you're looking forward to or wish you had?
I'm still waiting for
K-pop
Hasbro to do a good Rogue, like that's not her 92 uniform. Like the other ones have been fine, but like they're kind of weird. But that's a character I'm super picky about. So I mean, I have most of them, but yeah, if Hasbro or Mattel would put out K-pop Demon Hunter figures that were like 6-inch scale, or 6-7 inch, 6-7.
Hey.
Sorry, ever since I hung out with my niece's kids, who are like 8, 9, 10 years old, somewhere in there, and they were doing that the whole time. They just had a blast getting us to say it and stuff. It's just I can't shake it out of my head now. But yeah, I think that would be cool. Good. I would be happy if they did like a good line of Arcane, like 1/12 scale figures.
I can see that.
That could go like a good lineup instead of just the 2 Hot Toys I'm planning on getting. So.
James Studio Samudio says the villains from Cops and Crooks. So far, we've only seen the Bulletproof that's been up for pre-order. But yeah, the villains from the Cops and Crooks line were always really cool. So that would be awesome to get those. And along that line, I really need to get my Vac Metal Copper Kid. Like that, like I've got the other 4. And I need my Copper Kid. I see Zombie out there. I know sometimes he talks to Brian Flynn. You need to let him know I need my Copper Kid Vac Metal ASAP. Like they need to hurry the fuck up. So
make sure you show him the episode where Curtis breaks his Silverhawk.
Yeah.
First.
I mean, they usually have like at least one of those waves on pre-order, and there's not a Vac Metal wave for pre-order right now. There's only the regular wave. So it's like, come on. It should be any day now that they announce it, but I know he's been saying that it's coming for the last 12 months and we've got no reveal yet. So yeah, they need to hurry.
Well, here's something we should take. Well, let's pause a moment, Curtis.
Okay.
Am I synced up or am I still delayed?
No, you're good.
Okay. They said they couldn't do the Vac Metal stuff originally, but eventually they did in the middle of the line. It took longer, so maybe just be a little more patient, and before you know it, you'll see the Copper Kid Vac Metal, for pre-order.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they've already got the regular one out.
Didn't they just re-release him?
Yeah, they
regular one.
put him back out again. Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
was thinking they did that
they
about the
had
same
the
time they
first
did
wave
Ghost
of
Jungle.
Vac Metal out there, and then they took pre-orders for the second wave as the first wave was being delivered, and now the second wave of Vac Metal has been delivered, and now there's nothing. There's nothing on pre-order. There's nothing been revealed. There's like they haven't shown it at a toy show. Like there's nothing on the horizon, and all he keeps saying is it's coming. Okay, well,
isn't Toy Fair coming up in February?
I don't know. Probably. I don't know what happens.
I mean, that's probably the next big set of announcements we're going to see from at least, American-based toy lines.
Yeah, possibly. I did see this question from Kevin. What legacies we would be interested in? So far we've got Otho and Urzok and Valgard and Scaphoid. What legacy figures would you like them to make? We'll start with Mark.
Ooh. Oh. Wow. All of them? It's a cop out, I know.
We
But
know we're getting Aetheron and we know we're getting Xylona because they mentioned that when they first showed the Otho, that's the line that we would see them in. So we know that.
I would like to see some legacies of maybe Sir Godfrey. Let's update some of these older Templars.
Okay.
Possibly the vampires. I think the vampires need to be updated.
Okay. Other Jesse?
I would say I come into the line late, probably right around whenever Necronominus was, I think it was toward the end after Rising Sun was just revealed whenever I came in. So there's a lot of those older figures that I'm missing, but maybe some of the named dwarfs like Joran Runeshaper.
Yeah.
I think that's one of them.
Yep. Yeah, Joran would be my number one because his color scheme is amazing, and B, I don't have him. So those are two because I don't really want to spend the big bucks on him. But also he's, a spellcaster that they had fully decked out in armor because that's the only thing they had at the time, right? Because it was so early in the line that all they had was metal pieces. So, seeing some, whether it's leather boots or soft goods or, whatever on him, I think would be super awesome. So yeah, I think that would be a great one. Any other ones, Jesse?
Probably like Mark said, maybe some of the older knights, some of the named knights and stuff, with the newer parts.
The cool thing about that would be if we got like actual face, like heads for them, because a lot of those older knights just have the helmet, so that would be cool to kind of see what they actually look like.
Yeah, more face plates.
Yeah. Jesse Arnold.
I'm gonna agree with Jesse about any of the named dwarves from anything before the Alithia wave would be really cool. Like I said, Joran, Halmir, even a new Torgon would be great with some of that new, the new bear skin like articulation and stuff. I like a character I have, but I would really love to see an upgrade on is Queen Urxa. I'd love to see her on a 1.0 build, like Neve's build, but with
some thicker orc women would be great.
And I don't know if they would do it in Legacies because I know Legacies is more like named characters, so maybe just a version 2 of like orc builders, in the the brute scale, maybe do the gladiator or Urzok's Urku, his team with like the silver armor, but like in brute scale stuff would be really cool.
Ragna probably needs it the most because that figure is terrible. So
No, it's not.
I love Ragna, but I would like if it would be cool to have an updated, that 1.0.
She's got a
dimensions
cool
in the
armor, but
dwarf
she does
scale.
not look like a dwarf. So
I don't remember who it was, but one of your claim sales, Curtis. Actually, it may have been James Samudio. That there was one character that you had that up for sale, and I kept looking for it, and I couldn't see it, and I was right there whenever you listed all the stuff, and I could not find it. And James Samudio, I think, was the one that actually claimed it. And then I realized that the problem was I was too stupid to realize that I had the comments was only showing the top comments. It wasn't showing all the comments. So
gotcha.
I'll add one
like-
other thing that I'd
like-
like to see them do a new treatment to, and that's the Minotaurs. Especially with these new 3.0 like furry and like hairy looking arms with the Mouse King and Jersey Devil and Wendaje, and some of those more digitigrade legs and stuff, I think would be but they gotta be chunky, like not just tall.
Yeah.
isn't the Minotaur and Rising Suns, isn't he supposed to be?
Well, he's ogre
scale?
scale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd like to see him in like the 1.0 brute scale, but like
Okay.
With like furry bodies,
Right.
hairy bodies, whatever.
Here's my other I don't know, this is gonna sound like a bitch, but a little bit of a I guess a nitpick or complaint or request, I don't know, but I don't want to see legacies at Legion's Con. Like I feel like if Sir Valgard was an actual release, I think we would have got an unhelmeted head. I think we would have gotten some parts that we don't already have in the line. There's a lot of pretty much all reuse in this. Whereas when you got Urzak and you got Otho, it's like all brand new. So it kind of feels like we're calling it legacies still at Legion's Con, but it doesn't have the same legacy treatment that we got for Urzak and Otho, right? Like it's kind of like legacy light, it's like wish.com legacy, and I don't want wish.com legacy. I want like real legacy. So I hope that they don't do that anymore. I don't want to see that. I would rather see like the full blown release, because I would have liked to see Sir Valgard without his helmet, what he looks like. So I don't know, guys, thoughts on that? Am I asking for too much?
No,
not at all. But I mean, they did include a generous amount of parts in Sir Valgard, so you could make Gold Knights.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good Legion's Con figure in the fact that they threw in extra parts, which they typically do with the Legion's Con. But to me, that's not legacies. That's it's a cool figure. It's a cool figure, and you threw in some extra stuff, and makes it for a good exclusive. But if I was going to get a legacy Valgard, that is not what I expected to get. So
that extra head that's supposed to come with, if you got it with Rising Suns, the extra dwarf head, or the retailer exclusive, I think is what it was. That wasn't a named character, was it? That's just a random dwarf.
So
head.
it was from Justin Johnson, who had passed away in the community. They had done a single figure for that character, and went and raffled it off. The person that won it ended up sending it to the family so that they could actually have it. And they were initially saying that they were going to release it as an actual figure. Then it was, some things happened, some changes were made. And so what they did was they actually just said that they were going to do the head. So anybody that ordered the pre-order from the Horseman got that head in the color scheme that they did for that figure. And anybody that could order it from the retailers could get the head in an alternate color scheme. So I think the hair is like blonde instead of black or whatever. But that's where that head came from. So, but I think it's just one of those things where, you don't want to back yourself in the corner where you start having to do new tooling every time that there's some sort of tragedy in the
Right.
community, because there's a lot of us. There's 7,000 of us in here now, and that would start taking up a lot of space as we're all getting into our older years here. So
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. I don't think that should have been at Legions. They had enough there. They had, between the Crossroads figures, the surprise drop with the Egyptian god, and then the surprise drop with Koi.
Yeah.
I think that was more than enough. They really didn't need to add the legacies. They probably could have held back on that to.
Well, I
something
understand
different.
those exclusive figures, the legacies and the Crossroads. Those are like Jeremy and Joe kind of commissioning the Horsemen to do that, right?
Right.
So the sales that they get off of that helps to pay for the convention, in addition to ticket sales, in addition to vendor tables and stuff. Like, they've got to pay for the convention, and those figures help do that. So I don't have a problem with them, besides the Crossroads, doing 2 more figures. I just don't necessarily feel like it should come with the legacy brand. It shouldn't be, feel like that should be separate. Like, keep that separate, put out 2 figures. You want to throw some extra legs and stuff with it, that's cool. But yeah, I just feel like if you're going to do legacies, like, that should be like the ultimate version. Give me some new tooling, give me some cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, like what they did with this guy. I mean, completely new armor.
Urzak is amazing.
Yeah. Completely new armor. Just this. Wow. I just can't. Yeah. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
And you could pop a any head on that, and it's going to look awesome. Right?
Yeah.
Like, you could really put anything. So
yeah, I saw one where somebody did I've seen a lot of War Duke customs, but somebody did one just recently with the Urzak body, and I think the Barbarian mashup to make a better War Duke.
Yeah. We got some comments in the chat. Omar said that he'd like to see a Sir Galaron legacies. We got a couple people for Thistlethorn. I think that would be cool. See it up. I would say, though, Jesse, correct me if I'm wrong. If you had your choice of seeing a second version of Thistlethorn or getting other Fuzz Monks in the line, which would you rather have? I would think that it would be other Fuzz Monks.
At this point, I would prefer a version 2 of Thistlethorn with some of the newer 2.0 parts.
So you could make it other characters as well?
Well, no, just so that it would be different enough from the existing one,
Gotcha.
So it wouldn't be like, I'll circle back to this, but it wouldn't be like the legacies, because I think legacies are, not saying they won't get, like, because these are supposed to like be tributes to their original release look,
right?
Whereas like stuff like Delphina and Vetus, got significant upgrades and changes because it's further along in the story for them. Whereas these are just to kind of replace the existing one. So it's like, so I would want to see something different with Thistlethorn, where maybe he's got some soft goods, because what is it, Eric or Jeremy said when they saw the hood Darla made, that's
Eric,
closer to how and I'm like, all right, then let's see that with like soft goods, and maybe he's not all armored up if he's the relic keeper and that sort of thing. I mean, I love him as he is, but I'd rather see a new version of him first before, because we know based on his bio, the Fuzz Monks are almost extinct, or he's one of the last of his kind, according to the existing bio.
Yeah,
in the bio. And that's been my theory since they expanded the world, that maybe out in the rest of the world, more Fuzz Monks are out there, or they escaped out there or something. So I would like to see more eventually, but I'd like to see a version 2 of Thistlethorn more for everybody else that wants him, because I love him so much, and it'd be fun to be able to see other people who haven't been able to get the original one get him.
It would be cool to have more people be able to get him that are, maybe have joined the line. Because, I mean, when was that run on the last 24? That was like 3 years ago, right?
the run of the last 4 was before I even joined. Like that sold out like right before I got mine on
So
eBay.
that's 4 years ago. So yeah,
2021.
it's been basically out of stock
But
for 4 years. So
the Horsemen have pulled out a couple cases every now and then at some shows, but the last time they sold Thistlethorn at a convention from their table was PowerCon 23. The second year it was in Columbus.
22. There was no
23.
20. Was there
They
a
did
23?
2.
Yes, it was 23. I think
Nope.
you're right.
No, it was 22. It was the first year. It was 22 because I brought it to the La Quinta to get them to sign it. Because Mike Casper gave me one. He got one. I wasn't going to get a second one because I already had. I wanted to leave it for someone else, and he's like, "You got to get it. He's your favorite." So he just handed it to me. So he and the Horseman signed it, and it's up with my test shot that you gave me.
We also have Alberta said Cassia. I can see that one. Twizzler said they've done so far a human, they've done a skeleton, a dwarf, and an orc. So he'd like to see a goblin, vampire, or elf next. Can see that. Juno would be a good one. I would love to get it. I don't own Juno, and I think that would be a cool one to get. Balam, his color scheme is really cool. I don't have him. That would be a good one. William said any dwarves. Give him dwarves. Omar then said Malachi Cinderhorn. So I'm not really a dark elf person, but I'm up for any kind of reimagining that they're doing.
That's okay because he's a shadow elf.
Whatever. Let's see. Drunk Gizmo is clearly drunk. He said some crazy shit.
I agree with him.
Yeah, well, you're both crazy. And then King Noglin is the last one we got on here. So I think King Noglin's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good update.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I know you've said this before, Curtis. I will disagree with you. Not out of spite, but I don't want to see goblins as a whole scale down to gnome size or imp scale.
Oh, I don't either. I don't know where you get that.
Okay.
I think it would be cool to see some goblins.
Yes.
In that size, but
yeah,
no, I don't want them all that. I don't like seeing them 1.0 size. I like seeing the 2.0 goblins that we got. Like, having one every now and then, like Thump is cool, but like we don't need, or no, Gonks. Gonks is cool, but we don't need like a bunch of. I
mean, there's Gonks, the Builder, and the one from the 2-pack. I think are the only.
Yeah, I don't want
dwarf scale to
I think the one that was the Builder one, the deluxe one, that should have been a 2.0 because we basically got 2 dwarfs in the deluxe. It's like, come on, that's 2 dwarfs.
That's fine. That was great. That was great fodder for customs.
It was, but I would have rather gotten a 2.0 version or a 2.0 figure as well.
We do need some 2.0 reinforcements for sure.
Yeah. Dave says Demon Skeleton. I don't know that would be a legacy, but it would be a cool figure. Maybe going back to what we were talking about earlier, something we'd like to see next year that we don't have yet. So, Alexander says an ogre scale skeleton. We thought we would get that during Necronominus, and that was 3 years ago now, 2.5 years ago. So yeah, I'm surprised we haven't gotten one yet. So,
I thought of another one that I would like to see.
Yeah, go ahead.
Arethyr. Like as soon as I saw the, I can't remember the
sideshow.
Well, yeah, the sideshow one. But I was thinking of the Rise of the Beasts or Reign of the Beasts, the gin that they have there. Whenever I was looking at that brute scale body, I was like, man, that would look good for an upgraded Arethyr.
And I've seen some people take that legacy Urzok and update some of the armor on Arethyr and stuff, which looks really cool. So yeah, I could see that one for sure. Let's see. And then what about new trolls? I'd like to see an updated troll body.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool because I don't think we're going to see them do they've pretty much done every iteration of the different heads and bodies put together in different colors that we've already seen. So I don't think we're going to see that again.
I just
At
got my
least I would
first
doubt it.
trolls. I just got my first trolls at Legion's Con.
What'd you think?
Oh, nice.
I like them. Yeah, they're nice. I kind of wished I wasn't going to get them at first, because whenever I went through the figure fair line, I was so focused on getting the koi and Toth that I didn't even look to see what else was in there. So I went back, I think Sunday, and looked around, and there they were on the shelf for the right price, and I was like, okay. I pulled the trigger.
I didn't even see them.
Yeah.
I'm missing one.
Which one?
Forest or stone?
Stone. I've got the forest, the snow, the ice, and the red one.
Well,
I like the ice one the best.
Yeah, the only two I saw were the ice and the what is the orange one? Yeah, Brontes.
Yeah, Brontes. Yeah,
All right,
because
so
that was both of the last two that they did in the All Star.
I didn't miss out then.
Here's that that you were talking about. Yeah. He's pretty cool looking. I think he doesn't get talked about a lot at all, and I think he's pretty awesome. So
yeah. I think he's going to be like Calazir, and he's going to blow people away when he gets in hand again.
Yep.
Calazir's an awesome figure.
Yeah, but he wasn't talked about really much, before he got in hand. But then he got in hand. It's like, dude, this thing, my comment when I first opened it was, this feels like a figure obscura. Like it had that level of detail and care and stuff to it that it felt very figure obscura, which I think is about the best compliment you can give to a figure.
Calazir.
Yeah.
I had no intention of getting it, and when I went to ToyCon and Jesse and Dylan were there, Jesse had gotten one, and I actually let me hold it and see it, and I was like, wow. I was like, I'm missing out. I went home and bought one.
Was that?
Go ahead. No, have had it. I'm getting ready to change.
I was gonna say, I think I got him because he was, I think, at like that kind of markdown pile they had. He was in the bag. I think I got two of him and two of Vorthog's. Because I wanted brute scale stuff for customs.
Yeah.
Alexander says, what do you think they would upgrade for the trolls? Their chunky boys adding articulation could affect how they stand. Not necessarily. I mean, I think right now they've just, they're really like, 5 POA pretty much. I think there's maybe a couple more than that because of the hands. So maybe 7.
They could probably do ratcheted articulation.
I was just thinking that same thing, like ratcheted legs. You could definitely add some elbow.
Yep.
Like there's no elbow in the trolls. It's just they're straight. Like
yep.
No,
like
they have elbow.
They don't bend at the elbow.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. They ever
it's
so
limited,
slightly.
but they do bend. They have articulation.
There's a cut.
Wrist.
There's a cut. No, there's a cut at the elbow.
No,
they bend ever so slightly.
Yeah, I will get one and show you.
Yeah, do that because I've been able to twist them. I've never been able to bend them. So
it's not super dramatic, but it can go from straight.
Hold on, let me embiggen you. Okay. A little bit. Okay.
I mean,
I might
there.
need to heat mine up to even get it that far, but
it's there. And they've got
I'd like to get it at least 90.
Yes, I think that would be a cut. Redo the cuts there, but and
ratchet.
But yeah, that's the ratchet. They have the ratchet for the
shoulder,
but not the pivot.
An ankle rocker would be cool too.
Ankle rocker would be good.
So, yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, like I said, it's not dramatic, but it does have some limited elbow articulation.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel like they could they would upgrade that and do it a little bit differently. So who knows, now that they,
Bigger.
are working on a dragon and they see, how you can do something fucking huge with, a lot of joints and articulation, and they're going to have some ratcheted pieces on that. Like that may lead to other cool stuff. So
I think bigger trolls, because we've got Brontus has that helmet or that skull on his club, which is bigger than his skull, or and I think full size giants at some point.
Yes, I knew that they had hinges. I just didn't think it actually bent. I just thought it twisted. And really, I mean, it's like I don't know what degree that is. It would be like, it's definitely not 90, maybe
20,
30. It's not a lot. So
no, it's not a lot.
Yeah. I would like to be able to get it, like to be able to bend their arm to like have a weapon on their shoulder or something would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, they're kind of like, their arms are almost always in front of them. So yeah. Anything else you guys would like to either see it added or legacies?
I just hope they keep doing the named, the older named
if I can
figures.
throw this in real quick.
I think you had a little delayed there, Jesse.
Go ahead, Jesse.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark. No, you go.
I would. Okay,
you're the guest.
Yeah, any of the older named figures that people like myself and Jesse Marshall, we haven't had a chance to get because we came so late into the line. It gives us the opportunity to get these older figures, and I really don't think it's hurting the original figures at all. I think there is still a market out there for the older figures. They hold up, and it's just a great addition and updated figure for people that don't have it and really can't afford those big price tags.
Listen, here's what I'll say. If you got into collecting this line as an investment, you are dumb. These are toys. They're meant to be played with. You were never going to put your kids through school with these. You were never going to, pay for that medical degree for your son or whatever. Like, that was not going to happen. Okay. So if you're worried that they're putting out legacies and it makes your figure less valuable, sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I will say, though, I do have a Gideon version 1. If anybody's interested, let me know. I was searching for like a year and a half. I was searching for Gideon 1, and I ended up getting it like a month and a half before the G-Con where they revealed Gideon 2.
Wow.
I'm like, I just got this thing. I got the Heaven's Brand sword. I got there was a cape that Max Bird did with an Atheron logo before they were told, hey, you can't do that. And I got one of those. So I've got him like fully decked out. And then like a month later, they reveal version 2 that looks fantastic. Like it's amazing. It's like one of the best upgrades they've ever done on a figure. And I'm like, shit. Not because I was worried about what I might sell it for down the road, but just because I always tell people, look forward, don't look back. And for one figure, I'm like, I got to go back on this one. And then, yeah. So.
Oh, it was a good figure to go back on.
Yeah, it was.
And you don't know what you don't know.
And I did get 2 years of use out of him until that came in from the pre-order. But every single time that I've gone back, it has come to bite me. Like I went back and got a Brontus. I think I paid $200 for a Brontus that wasn't even complete. He didn't have his chain. And then they released him as an all-star figure. I went back, one of the worst ones. I did a trade where I traded like $300 worth of stuff for a Black Knight that was going for like $300 at the time.
Wow.
And then he came out as a Legion builder for $25. $25. I traded away $300 worth of stuff for a figure that like a few months later was going for $25. That
figure's going for anywhere from $75 to $100 anytime I see it
Mhm.
at
Yeah, it's back up a bit, but it's
Yeah.
definitely not.
No,
back
no,
to the
no. I'm just
$300
saying,
range. Yeah,
and that was one of the first ones to sell out during that first reinforcements drop.
yeah. So don't look back, people. You're gonna end up kicking yourself like me. So look
I think
forward.
the worst one I did was for the Arethyr Atheon 2-pack.
Mhm.
And it was probably somewhere 250, 300, somewhere like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you got the 2-pack.
Right.
I did something stupid too. I mean, this is before I really knew anybody in the community. I wound up paying $170 for a Lithia.
Mm.
I got the horse on the cheap from
That'll
Store
sting.
Horseman, but I wound up going on eBay and it was like 170 after everything was said and done for a Lithia.
I will say this, she has been steadily climbing over the past year and a half. Just because even though she's like relatively newer of the waves, like I don't usually see her below $100 anymore
Right.
at the cheapest, and that's usually like open.
Right.
I think what happened with Alithia, it's one of those things where I usually try to not customize like deluxe figures or figure obscura, because it's just a pricey figure to tear apart. But because she had that like wrapped torso and stuff that people really liked, and it was a very unique 2.0 piece, I think there was a lot of Lithias that got taken apart for customizing. And so I would guess that out of the Dark Four, Alithia is probably the one that there's the least complete versions out there. That would be my guess. I would imagine that she got customized more than any of the other Dark Four.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just based on the parts that she had. So
totally see that. Totally.
So yeah, I would say as far as the ones that are complete out there in the world that you could get your hands on, she's probably the most rare at this point. Would be my guess.
I think I come across one not too long ago for, I think it was Horsehead Toys was the one that had it for like $125 or something like that. They had it listed in the Cabal there. Had a couple of them.
Yeah.
Poxus's torso was cool, but it wasn't too far after that we ended up getting like Scally. We've got did we get somebody else with it?
Scally was the next figure we got with that torso, and then with the Crossroads, the Revenant.
Yeah. So, it wasn't too far after that we got something else. Yeah.
And those pauldrons, we've seen those pauldrons I don't know how many times now.
The piece from Poxus that I've seen the most is that soft good collar piece. Like I've seen a lot of people just use that like to create like a wasteland vibe for the character. Yeah, that like brown whatever. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It's just like a circle that goes around his neck. But people will put that on a figure and it just looks fantastic. So there you go. Bone pauldrons.
Ooh,
okay.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Was it Tharnog that's got some
He's got it's like the leathery pauldrons with like bits on it. Yeah.
Like bone.
The giant moose, the smaller moose antlers, I guess, compared to the actual moose antlers.
Missing Erethyr's horse. Okay. You might be able to find actually I might have an extra one. If you're not worried about it being brand new in box, I might have an extra one. I can look. So, because I did a trade with Brett and he sent me a whole bunch. I told him I needed one horse, one for customizing, and he sent me like 4 or 5 horses. So, I need one. One.
I remember Twizzler telling me that at Legion's Con after I had just bought one from Benny.
Yeah.
Benny actually gave me a pretty good deal on it. I thought I was this close, Tyler, to partner with it for you, but
Benny's a good dude. He's got all kinds of stuff, man. He's always got stuff piled up. He must have a few different what do they call those? you know, where you store your stuff offsite, storage facility,
warehouse,
shit.
Storage units?
facility, yeah.
Storage unit. He must have a few storage units just full of stuff. Like, yeah, Benny's got all kinds of shit. So
Kind of like Big Greg.
yeah, Big Greg. Big Greg hit up a few conventions last year and just pulled some stuff out of a storage and went to a couple of conventions and was selling shit right and left. He said he had other vendors around, like why are people lining up over there? Like, why are they buying all this stuff? And it's just stuff that was sitting in his storage unit that he hadn't opened, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Now wait a minute. Now for Greg, the stuff he was selling, it wasn't stuff that had secret compartments where you put your stuff in there.
no, not that kind of thing.
Okay.
No, he kept all those. He kept all those. Well, gentlemen, we've come to a very important part of the show. If you've been watching this year, there's a story in the history of Jesse that feels very un-Jesse like. Okay, where Jesse actually booed a wedding proposal. So it doesn't sound like something Jesse would do, but I'm gonna give you the facts that we know of the story, and then we're gonna have you guys fill in some of the details. And we've been telling people at the end of the year, we will find out the real story. Well, guess what? That's next week. Next week, we are going to find out the real story. Jesse's going to tell us. We're going to try to have the couple on here. We're trying to get some of his friends on here. We may even have Jim Carrey on here from Fun with Dick and Jane. We don't know. But yes. So the facts that we know are Jesse went to see Fun with Dick and Jane at the theater. Very popular movie. Everybody was talking about it that year. But he went for some reason.
This is more than facts. You're putting opinion and commentary.
When he went to the theater, though, for some reason, it was very empty. It was him and his friends. And then a few rows up from him, there was a guy and a gal, and what appeared to be the gal's parents, right? So the movie's getting ready to begin. Hasn't even hit the previews yet. It's little ads on the screen and stuff. And all of a sudden, some like romantic music starts playing. It's like a little romantic, like beach scene or something. And across the screen, it says, "Will you marry me?" And then the guy gets down on his knee, proposes to this lady, and Jesse starts booing relentlessly at him, just as loud as he can. And that's what we know. I don't know what motivated Jesse to do this. I don't know what impact that it had on this poor couple as they were getting ready to start their journey in life together. But this is where you guys come in. So you can tell us what your version is of the story, what you think happened, why Jesse did what he did, and what impact it had on the couple. You're the last two that are going to be able to give us your version before we hear the real version next week. So I will start with Mark. Mark, let's hear it. What happened?
Oh, I actually think Jesse's the unsung hero in this story. I think Jesse was acting on a gut reaction that this couple's just not right for each other. That this guy was going to be in for heartache and heartbreak. So he booed it to try and stop it and to save that guy a world of hurt.
Okay. And what impact did it have on the couple? Did it actually break them up? Or is it something that it just strengthened them? They said, we're not going to let that guy tell us that we can't be together. And, they just tell it as like a fun story to their friends at dinner parties.
Do I think they stayed together? Probably. But I'm sure that booing put some doubt in both their minds. Like, why is this guy just booing us? Like, who's this creep? But not knowing that, Jesse was trying to save him.
So it's just like in the back of their head. So they kept going. They went through with the marriage. They may be married today. We don't know.
Right.
But in the back of their head, they always thought, was he right? Should we have not done this? Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. That is one version. Is that the correct version? We'll find out next week. But first, we got to go to the other Jesse. Other Jesse. First, I'm gonna ask you an additional question to what we've asked everybody else. As a Jesse yourself, have you ever booed a wedding proposal?
No, never.
Would you ever imagine a situation, regardless of what was going on, to where you would boo a wedding proposal?
I can't think of one. I can't think of any situation where I'd ever do that.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a Jesse thing that
No.
maybe all Jessies do this or something. I had to.
You think we all know each other?
Yeah, you're what we call the control in this experiment. So, all right. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, other Jesse, what do you think is the reason that Jesse did this, and what impact did it have on that couple?
Hearing everybody's stories, it kind of reminded me, I used to travel around a lot, in the U.S., do testing for various equipment and stuff. And the story sounds very familiar. Like, I remember there was a time where I went to one place we were testing at. There was this Marine unit, like a couple doors down, doing some testing also. I think they were doing something like some sort of supplement enhancements or something, and I joked about it being like a super soldier serum or something, and they just kind of gave me the blank stare, like. But anyway, so
like
that weekend
thing going on, okay.
Yeah, so that weekend, we're doing testing next week, so I went out to the theater to, I'd been traveling a lot, and I hadn't seen the latest Legend of Zorro. That film had been out for a while, but this theater still had it. So I went to check that out. And, they didn't have the theaters labeled really, really well. So I heard something that I thought sounded like Spanish, and I, go into this theater, and it wasn't. There was like this lady that was clearly pissed off at her date.
Oh. Wow.
And I know she was pissed off because she used his full name. It was something like Gooey Sickle Extra Burrito or something like that.
Wow. Okay.
And anyway, she was pissed. And in hindsight, I didn't know it at the time, but in hindsight, it was probably because he took her to see Fun with Dick and Jane. That would be my speculation. But anyway, so I don't know whatever happened to that couple. He seemed like he was really, really into her. So hopefully that worked out for him. But
okay.
Anyway, so I go in and I sit down, and there's some of the Marines are actually a couple of seats down from me. And, waiting for the movie to start. And I see this dude in front of me who's got, he's got his bucket of popcorn. He's got his drink. He's starting to take he takes a big sip out of it. About the same time that the screen comes up with, all the music and the "Will You Marry Me" and all that stuff. I don't think he ever looked up the screen. I think he wound up getting like a diet soda or something, because he looked like somebody put mayonnaise in his cup or something. It was just like. And he immediately threw the cup and said, "Ooh."
Oh,
I think he said "ooh" a couple of times. Yeah, so I don't think he ever said. This is a
not liking mayonnaise situation.
Yeah, I don't think he ever said boo. But coming back to the Marines, apparently that girl was an ex-girlfriend of one of those Marines, and he was pissed. At about the same time that Jesse said "ooh," he come out, and I think he called her a bitch, but I can't confirm that because Jesse kind of overpowered him a little bit. So maybe that's where they
not
got
me. Someone else called her that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So the Marine called the ex-girlfriend, the B word, and about the same time Jesse said "ooh," so that's probably where they got boo. That's probably where that came from. And I can't remember, they called the Marine's name. It was something like Blaine, Balake, something like that. I don't remember. But anyway, I remember it seemed like he had a nickname too, like Deacon Beige or Deacon Rage, or it's something like that. Anyway, but I remember he said, "I'll show her. I'll go through with the testing next week." So I don't know whatever happened to that dude. He might have got.
He might actually become a super soldier, become like an ultimate male.
Exactly, or he might have just got like gamma ray poisoning and lost all his hair or something. I don't know, but I'm on Team Jesse here. He never said boo. It was completely unrelated. I don't think he even saw the proposal.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody handed me a bunch of mayonnaise in a movie theater, I would definitely say ooh. Like that's gross. You don't do that. So
Right.
okay. Well, it sounds like it didn't work out for that couple anyway. I mean, if the guy sitting there calling her names and stuff, that's probably not good. So
yeah, exactly not. So
all right. Well, Jesse, just to kind of test the waters with this here, would you say ooh if somebody handed you a cup with a bunch of mayonnaise in it?
Maybe. I don't. It depends on the situation. If someone's like, "Here, could you pass this to someone?" Fine. If someone just like hands it to me and expects me to drink it, I would probably say something. I'm not saying I would cuss at them. I might say something a little stronger than "ew," but I don't know. It just depends on yeah. Who knows?
Here's a theory we got in from Zombie 13. He says that woman has never let that guy forget that he should have rented the theater for a private viewing if he was going to propose. You know what? If she accepted and they stayed together, I would imagine that you are right. That she told him, like, first off, why are you proposing in Fun with Dick and Jane? And if you're going to, why didn't you rent it out so that there wasn't somebody there to boo us? I think that's probably sounds right. And then Alexander has an idea of putting together a JessieCon where all the Jessies meet up and boo everything. What do we think about this?
We had JessieCon not this year but last year at RetroCon, and it was kind of a dud. So I don't think that's going to happen again.
How many Jessies were there?
It was not that kind of JessieCon.
So it was just one Jessie?
I don't know. I didn't take everybody's names that were there, but like, well,
I mean,
because
if I'm sorry, Darla just said if it's a singular one, it's a Jessai. So it's just one Jessai there. But if we have multiple Jessies, if we have two this year, that would be double the Jessai that we had on the previous JessieCon. Is it JessieCon? JessieCon. So maybe it's better. I don't know. We'll see. If you're a Jessie out there that spells your name with an E at the end, not an IE, not a Y, not any kind of weird situation. If you're like a JESSE Jessie and you would like to get together for a JessieCon, throw that in the comments here. We'll try to see what we can coordinate. We'll try to gather as many proposals as we can and get you guys to boo them all in one place at one time. So there you go.
Yeah, we already established that I wouldn't boo anybody at a proposal.
Not even if you were a part of another group of Jessies. Peer pressure, Jessie pressure.
I'll have to take one for the team. Okay, I'll do it. Okay.
All right.
You get enough Jessies, we'll go.
What would be the minimal amount of Jessies? Are we thinking like a dozen?
Probably, at least.
Okay. All right, you heard it, folks. Throw your names in the comments. If you are a Jessie, we're trying to get at least 12 Jessies together, and we will create JessieCon version 2. There you go. The boos continue. So
I won't attend that JessieCon.
So if we got a dozen Jessies together in a convention, you would not attend?
Not with that motive, no.
To bring all the Jessies together?
To boo proposals, absolutely not.
It's like Hands Across America, but with Jessies. It's like Jessies Across America. We are the world.
Alexander, a group of Jessies would be called a shelf.
We are the marriage wreckers.
It's a shelf of Jessies.
All right. Well, gentlemen, we appreciate you being on. We will find out how close you were with your stories next week when we hear the real story from Jessie, from the couple, from Jim Carrey. And we'll see. We'll ask.
Please
Jim
tell me
Carrey
you don't
directly.
have a bunch of AI. And I know you won't admit that they're AI.
Listen. We are bringing the real people on. This is not AI. I will have the real people on, we will ask Jim Carrey, when you made Fun with Dick and Jane, did you ever think that somebody would boo a wedding proposal before watching your movie? we'll see what he has to say.
So is Van going to be wearing like a mask?
I am trying to get the real Jim Carrey. I'm not going to fake a Jim Carrey. I'm not going to fake a couple. I'm trying to get the real people.
Listen, he hasn't worked in a very long time, so he needs the exposure.
He's only been doing the Sonic movies, so yeah. I'll just tell him that's what this is. I'll tell him this is Sonic the Hedgehog 57 or something. Show up next week and see if he just, comes in character. So there you go.
We have a video about like eat shit Sonic or something.
We did. But we won't tell him that. We won't let him know that we told Sonic to eat shit.
I'll tell him that.
He likes Sonic. So, Mark, Jesse, thank you for being on. Anything that you guys have coming up that you want to promote? Any shows that you're going to? Any shows that you're going to be on? Anything like that?
Not in the foreseeable future. I keep saying I'm going to make OffWorld again, and I haven't done it yet. I'm in the chat, but usually I'm working on some other project and just don't want to go off screen.
We've got this event scheduled for next year. Are you guys hitting up any of these?
I'm hitting up ZoloCon and ToyCon New Jersey.
Okay.
I would like to go to ZoloCon. We'll see if that works out or not.
Nice.
Where are you at, Jesse?
Exclusive there.
Virginia, southern edge of Virginia, North Carolina border. So actually, I'm fairly within an hour or so of the McCoys.
Oh wow! Okay,
that's cool.
Awesome, beautiful. And yeah, check out Mark on Friday nights when he's not protecting us from Godzilla. He is there sharing his toy pickups and talking about cool stuff. So, gentlemen, we appreciate it. We will put you backstage if you have to run. We totally understand. If not, hang out. We'll be with you in just a minute. Thanks, guys. We'll see you.
Have a good one.
That is a show, Jesse. Before we close it out, though, I just want to tell folks out there, even if you're not a Jesse, if you know a Jesse, if you've ever gone to school with a Jesse, if you know somebody that just kind of looks like a Jesse, have them throw a comment out here. We really want to get these Jessies together. If we can't get an actual Jesse, we'll get people that just look like Jessies. That's fine. But we need 12. That is the number. So we'll work on that all next year, trying to put together a dozen Jessies for JessieCon.
You do know I'm on anti-anxiety medication, right?
Oh, that's great.
I'm serious.
Jesse, what you got going on this week? People should be aware of.
Nothing. I'll probably be doing some more, whatever this is. I'm having a lot of thoughts for whatever this is. These ours is.
I don't think you're supposed to say arses.
I didn't say arses. I said these arses.
These arses.
Arses, not arses. That's different.
Okay.
Different enunciation. And there's some I want to say, but like it's like the 3-minute window. Like it's like, man, I'm just gonna piss people off if I dive into this in 3 minutes and I don't get to explain it. Plus, my brain won't let me. Yeah. So
Monday morning musing tomorrow.
Yeah, possibly. I have to take my stepmom to the hospital tomorrow morning, so I don't know what my mental stamina is going to be in the morning tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. If not, it'll be tomorrow evening because I'm not doing it in my car anymore, or at least not while it's driving.
If you do end up watching Mauritius Treasure with your mom, can we get a review from you? Like a quick, like maybe that would even be just a 3-minute whatever. You and your mom reviewing Mauritius Treasure.
Sure.
That would be awesome. I think Emil would like that too. Folks, Emil Wickman, very talented individual, but it's nice for him to hear every now and then that people like his stuff. So check out that Mauritius Treasure. Let Emil know what you think. He could use a little bit of a pick me up every now and then too. So yeah. I would say for me, I'm going to go live on Wednesday. I'm going to be doing some painting. That's Christmas Eve. If there's anybody out there that would like to paint on screen with me, let me know. I'll send you a link. So I'm going to be doing some live painting on Wednesday. I also am going to do a live at some point this week on the top 20 reveals from the Four Horsemen this year that are on pre-order. So these are not reveals that we've already gotten in hand. These are reveals for items that are on pre-order for next year, the year after, that were revealed this year. So yeah, I'm not sure when. I got to find out who's doing shows when. I don't know if Legion's Lounge is doing a show tomorrow. So if they're not, I might do it tomorrow. If they are doing one, then I'll find another spot later in the week. But that's what I got going on. And then next week, we're back here to hear the real story from Jesse, the couple, Jim Carrey, and any other guests that we have with us. Do we know if we have any other guests lined up?
I have two people lined up. One said yes, I think, and the other one didn't say no, but doubled down on I didn't say yes. So we'll just have to wait and see what next Sunday brings.
Okay. All right. So you heard it here, folks. Tune in. Jim Carrey next week. And whoever else was in Fun with Dick and Jane. I don't know. Do we know the rest of the cast?
I saw it the one time. Taya Leone is the only other person I remember from.
There you go. We'll have her next week too. She can't be doing much right now. She's got to be. Her schedule's got to be pretty wide open.
I mean, she could be doing something that's not acting and public facing that we would see,
like making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Maybe.
Okay, it's possible.
Maybe she's
lately.
Maybe she's building a fence somewhere.
By the way, they've got a new Hawaiian bread that's like sliced bread now, and it's great for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. By the way, so yeah. Let's see. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick before we close out the show. It looks like we've got let's see. Tia Leone, we got Alec Baldwin, so we'll try to get him. Richard Jenkins, I don't know if he's alive. I'll have to check. I don't know who this little kid is. Aaron Michael Drazen. I don't know. He might be in and out of juvie at this point, knowing Hollywood kids, but we'll see who we can get. And we will have them next week. So
you realize it was 20 years ago that the movie came out, so he's well beyond juvie age at this point.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You know, there was a movie that I was looking at earlier this week, and I thought it was like an older movie, and it was like it came out in 94, and I was like, well, that's pretty recent. Like 94 is pretty, and then I'm like, wait a minute, 94 is not, like, to me, like it feels like 94 should be pretty, like that's pretty recent, but it's not anymore. That's not
right.
It's not recent at all. So kind of one of those made me feel old moments. So
I don't know why Sandstorm came up, but now it's playing in my head.
There you go. Oh, Omar says that's also good for French toast. I'm looking over at you, Darla. Hawaiian bread, French toast. So thanks, Omar.
I went to my friend Jim's yesterday. He has two giant Great Pyrenees, brother and sister, like the big white dogs that kind of look like polar bears. You know?
Oh yeah.
Love those dogs. They're so fun. But like he was like I haven't seen him for a couple of years, and we were hanging out, and he was like, we'll get some good food. So he got stuff from this barbecue place called Red's Barbecue. And he's like, what do you want off the menu? I was like, what do you get? And he's like, oh, I'll probably get like the sampler. It's like 3 different. I was like, cool, just do that, whatever. You know, I trust you. So it was some sort of like double meatloaf. It was like meatloaf with like bacon. It looked weird because it looked very like processed and cut, but like it was delicious. Brisket, and then the ribs. Oh my gosh, the ribs were amazing. And we had something, I guess, from down south. I think from the Carolinas or Georgia called like, was it not brisket, Brunswick stew?
Never heard of it.
It was the reason you said French toast, because it's basically, it almost seemed like one of those things that you kind of make because you have all these like leftover bits, kind of like, you know, if like my mom would make like turkey soup after Thanksgiving, throw a bunch of whatever's left. It was like that. It was like pieces like brisket and bacon and some vegetables and like the broth and everything. Oh, it was kind of not quite spicy like gumbo or jambalaya, but like it was more that kind of red stew. Oh, it was really good. It was really.
I've never had jambalaya, but it's a fun word to say.
It is.
Jambalaya.
Yeah.
All
right. Now I'm hungry.
Do we have a thumbnail for next week with Jim Carrey on it?
I'm not making a thumbnail with Jim Carrey for next week.
All right. So no thumbnail, but he will be here, folks. Tune in next week.
If the actual Jim Carrey, the real human being, is on our show, that's a thing that would have happened.
All right.
I was like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I don't know what I'm setting up here, but it was disappointment in the end.
All right, folks. If you know a Jim Carrey, let me know.
No, not a Jim Carrey. The Jim Carrey. The actor Jim Carrey from The Mask, from the Ace Ventura movies. Not an impersonator, not someone that spells his name different. Ace Ventura Jim Carrey.
Look up every version. I'm going to look up Jimmy, James Carrey, Jimmy John Carrey.
Somehow we're going to end up with like John Curry on the show, and you're going to be like, yep, that's him.
All right. Tune in next week for John Curry.
Would I poop my pants? No. I don't know what I would do. I would poop my pants.
E on your name too.
I don't know.
She gave you a Jesse.
I typo. Too fast type. I mistype stuff all the time.
I don't know. I think it might have been intentional. So, all right. Till next time, Jesse. It's where you say the thing. You gotta say the thing that we say. You know the thing.
Every day we stray further from God.
No, this thing that G's saying.
Man, I'm glad I called that guy. Oh, sorry. Actually,
this thing. That one.
no.